Hello and welcome. So a while ago, you may recall, if you're a follower of the channel, you're probably not, but you may recall me saying that I'm probably going to go through my Saturn collection and play the games again. Reason being that when I was doing most of the Saturn game videos before, I didn't have a decent capture device. A lot of them ended up being kind of the camera pointing at the TV videos, which are really shit. So now I'm going to do some of the games. I don't know how I'm going to go through them all again, but you know, I'm certainly playing some of the games again, doing them with the Elgato Game Capture HD, better capture device, better system of capturing and stuff. So I'm starting off with a bread and butter. Well, we're not starting off with this really, because I played Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 the other day, which was a game that I was revisiting. But anyway, we're playing Sega Rally Championship. So yeah, classic game, classic arcade game. One of the first, I believe this was a launch title, games on the system. If I can just sort the volume out there. So we're going to pick arcade mode. So yeah, classic Sega arcade game, bright graphics, bright colours, very vibrant, and what else is there to say? The draw distance isn't great in this game. So yeah, that's another thing. With the early Sega Saturn kind of arcade ports, they do have terrible draw distances, this game and Daytona. So you can barely see the corners sort of popping up in front of you. So this game was, I may say groundbreaking, but I remember it being sort of notable for its slippy slidey actual rally style handling of the cars. Here we're playing with the Toyota Celica, I believe. Toyota got banned from rally at some point. One of their cars got banned, probably this one. And they went Mardy and withdrew from motorsport altogether until they re-entered motorsport with Formula 1 before exiting. Yeah, chatting shit there, who really gives a fuck about Toyota. So anyway, doing some sliding and some shit. So yes, this was a very popular arcade game back in the day, and one of the problems with this game is it's a very short game. As you'll see there, we've just done an actual stage. I'm just going to take a sip of my Miller Genuine Draft cold filtered beer here for accelerating my car. But yeah, it's a very playable game, if not short-lived. I mean, it's not really a game that you can get into due to the short length of it, but it is a game that you can just jump into and you get straight into it. It's just arcade fun, if only for half an hour to an hour or so. If you want a more kind of longer lasting experience, well, I guess you could go for Sega Rally 2. There's also I believe there's a later release of Sega Rally on the Saturn. I don't own that copy though, the copy of that game, unfortunately. That may have more tracks. Well, it's got to have more tracks, that's got to be the point of the game. Yeah, other than picking up any of the original games, you could always try the reboot. I have the PC copy of the reboot. It's an excellent game. A lot more sort of substance to it than this classic arcade game. Of course, that version wasn't released in the arcades. And we've got classic silly music. And we're on to the third stage. Of course, you never would have made it this far in the actual arcade. You would probably have spent about £50 by now trying to get this far. Easy left. The game does run smoothly. Certainly, I mean, people think that Daytona is a classic Saturn game. When I play Daytona in this modern day and age, that is an appalling port, nigh on unplayable. They did fix it with the Champions Circuit Edition. I believe that's got a better frame rate and all that shit. Yeah, this definitely plays a lot smoother than the original vanilla release of Daytona USA on the Saturn. So the music's not quite as memorable on this game, but it is almost as memorable. It's not got the old game over yeah shit going on. Oh, come on. That sucks. So there we go, ranked 6th. Should say retarded. Oh, it is the game with game over, yeah? Yeah, Daytona's got the old Daytona, blah blah blah. Yeah. Right. Let's go for the World Championship again, fuck it. Let's get a good car. That Toyota shit will have a Delta Integrale with big turbos and shit. 4-wheel drive, motherfucker. Not that the other car wasn't 4-wheel drive. Not sure what kind of unlockables you can get in this game. We're going to play in first person mode now. Probably the best mode to play this game in the arcade, obviously, with the well, there was a stand-up version, a stand-up cabinet of Sega Rally, but if you're playing the full-on sit down, get into the action cabinet, then this is how you'd have wanted to have been playing the game. If you play the reboot, it does have nice kind of terrain deformation. Like every lap that you do, the track gets more cut up, and kind of like when you go through puddles, you can see like the water moving through the tyre tracks and things like that. It's a very playable game. If you've written it off as like a gimmick and a game not worth visiting, you're definitely wrong. It's definitely worth a try if you're a fan of the original arcade games. And you can pick it up for a steal second hand on like your PS3 and Xbox 3. I think you can get it on the Xbox 360 anyway. Yeah, you get it on the PS3 for under £4, so it's definitely worth a look.
3, 2, 1, go!
Fucking bullshit. So yeah, I'll be doing more of these Saturn videos where I just revisit games that I've already played, done videos on in the past. Just because I really like the Saturn. I don't pick up as many games for the system as I'd like to, with kind of saving and all of that sort of stuff. But it is currently as I record this, it is my birthday at the end of the month, so I might pick up some Saturn games for that reason. You can't celebrate without a bit of Sega Saturn in your life. Oh, a bit of drifting. Games this would have gone up against back in the day. Like I've mentioned Daytona, but obviously you had Ridge Racer, various versions of that. And then you had the other Sega games. You had Manx T, the motorbike game based on the Isle of Man TT. And then you had the console games, one of which I have picked out to play. I'll probably play Virtua Fighter 2 next, but one of the games I'm thinking of is Destruction Derby. Obviously a completely sort of different type of game, but those are the sort of games that were, you know, console specific at the time this game was sort of knocking around. See how far we can get. It's a shame that they made the tracks just so short. They probably should have done like an Outrun type thing with it. If you played any of the kind of remakes of Outrun, Outrun 2, and whatever I can't remember what year was on it, but Outrun 2, something or other, Coast to Coast. Yeah, if you played that game, a kind of Sega Rally game with that sort of length of kind of A to B tracks would have been great. But yeah, unfortunately we got these really short stages, which is a shame because the game handles really nice. So yeah, there you go, another classic game, Sega Rally Championship for the Sega Saturn. It's one of the most common games for the system. It is literally not really worth anything. It's like Sonic 2 on the Mega Drive. There's just so many copies out there. So yeah, if you've got the system, then if you've not got this game, it's like ridiculous. So go out and buy it, or find it where someone's giving it away, because they might as well be giving it away. Don't pay pretty much anything for it. It's not worth more than a couple of quid, but it's definitely worth it.